Hello everyone. In this video I will be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Shahbaz Gill to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let us go through the key developments and insights in Shahbaz Gill's words. We begin by presenting to you a mysterious yet very significant truth, one that has become a major concern or a serious headache for both Israel and the United States. This is about Forodw, which is technically referred to as a nuclear facility. The United States and Israel accuse Iran of using Forodw as a facility for making nuclear weapons. However, this is a facility that is almost impossible to reach. We will first present some details about this facility and then explain why entire war strategies are now being shaped around Forodw. Discussions of regime change, ground invasions, boots on the ground, and even civil war all seem to revolve around Forodw. It has become a center of gravity. So let us first share what this facility is, where it is located, and what preparations the United States and Israel have made to destroy it. What kinds of bombs do they have? Is it even accessible? What role does Pakistan play? And what about other countries in the region? Then there are a few other important stories, such as Pakistan's former field marshal nominating President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize, and Khawaja Asif admitting to something major today, accepting that we are in fact subordinate. We will get to those too. But first, let us discuss Forodw. Forodw is located near Qom city in Iran, a historic and significant city. This nuclear facility is possibly one of the most deeply buried nuclear sites in the world. It has been built under an entire mountain deep underground. This is exactly what makes it such a nightmare for Israel and the United States. While the United States possesses special weapons, some of which can penetrate 50 to 100 feet underground, Forodw is buried 300 to 400 feet deep, around 100 meters. Its construction is such that no bomb can currently reach it. The facility is clearly used for uranium enrichment. The United States claims it is capable of weapons-grade production. As mentioned, the site is believed to be at least 100 meters deep, approximately 350 feet, hidden from the world until 2007. When Western intelligence agencies first revealed that Iran had built a nuclear program under a mountain in Forodw. By 2009, Iran admitted to having such a program there, but insisted it was for peaceful purposes, not bomb-making. Since around 2015, international nuclear authorities have been overseeing the site. Iran appears to have provided limited access. However, neither the United States nor Israel has been able to reach this facility physically. There is another facility called Natanz, which is not nearly as deep, around 15 to 20 meters deep. Even though it is reinforced with thick concrete, the United States has bombs capable of destroying it. In fact, Israel has already attacked Natanz, and satellite imagery suggests that some damage was done to the main reactor or chamber. In comparison, Forodw is more secure and acts as a backup, making it a bigger threat in the eyes of Israel and the United States. The United States has developed a bomb, likely specifically for Forodw, known as the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, manufactured by Boeing around 2011. It weighs about 30,000 pounds, around 15,000 kilograms, and is the heaviest non-nuclear bomb in the world. It can penetrate up to 200 feet into soil and 60 feet into concrete. Only one aircraft in the world can deliver it, the B-2 stealth bomber from the United States, which can carry 2 of these bombs at a time. Although this bomb has not been used in Forodw, it was reportedly used for the first time in Yemen in late 2024 or early 2025 against certain facilities. Until now, it had only been tested, never deployed in combat. Even with such a powerful bomb, Forodw may still be out of reach. Its depth and the mountain rocks surrounding it are perhaps even stronger than reinforced concrete. Unless multiple bombs are dropped repeatedly in the same location, even this bomb may not cause significant damage. Another major hurdle for the United States is logistics. Since Forodw is far from Israel, the B-2 bombers may not be able to reach the site and return safely due to the weight of the bombs. That is why the United States or Israel might need a base in a neighboring country. The possible countries that could serve this purpose include Pakistan and Iraq. However, Iraq has many pro-Iran populations, so it is unlikely such an attack could be launched from there. Afghanistan also seems unlikely to permit such operations. That leaves Pakistan as a potentially critical player in any such strategy. Whether Pakistan will take action or not will become clear in the coming days. But this facility, Forodw, and the bomb known as GBU-57 now begin to connect the whole story. Why military bases are deemed essential. As we said earlier, Forodw is built so deep underground that even the GBU-57 might not be able to destroy it. So the only other viable option becomes regime change. And for regime change, it could mean civil war or boots on the ground, but even deploying boots on the ground would not be an ideal move. Ground invasions, as we have seen in Afghanistan and Iraq, take years and years. If those took that long, then Iran will be an even more difficult target. Therefore, civil war may be seen as the only feasible option to gradually wound Iran, create lawlessness over time, as has been done in many other countries, and eventually bring about regime change. And through that regime change, gain control over Forodw. So that was the story of Forodw, a mysterious yet massive reality that neither American nor Israeli weapons have yet been able to reach. Now moving on to the next news, it is about President Trump. A decision has been made to nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize, a decision initiated by our own Field Marshal. This was conveyed during a meeting with Trump that we want to nominate you, although the actual decision lies with the Nobel Peace Prize Committee. But if he is nominated, it might put pressure on them to award it. After all, they already gave it to President Obama, and few presidents have launched as many bombs globally as Obama did. Regardless, Donald Trump has now been conveyed by Field Marshal Sahib in a meeting that we want to nominate you for the Nobel Peace Prize because you're peace-loving. You want to bring peace across the world. You mediated between Pakistan and India. You prevented war. That makes you a great peacekeeper, a global ambassador of peace. An interesting twist. We are now showing you visuals on screen of PMLN figures. Not just them, but essentially the entire party, which currently works hand in hand with Field Marshal Sahib. Over the past 3 years, these same people had hurled the worst kinds of accusations and used derogatory language for Trump. According to reliable journalistic sources, during the meeting, an apology was made. It is unclear from which side it came, but it was revealed in the meeting that while other countries' ruling parties never used such derogatory language, the PMLN did, from Hassan Iqbal to Maryam Nawaz and Khawaja Asif. All of them had humiliated Trump in the past, and this history echoed in the meeting, prompting an apology. It was stated that it was a mistake. You got dragged into internal politics unintentionally. Because Trumpism and Imranism were being compared by Hassan Iqbal and others, you will now see that Hassan Iqbal has gone quiet despite this being his season, where he is usually the most vocal. Despite being more educated than others, though he falsely claims to be a professor without holding a doctorate, he has now been told by Field Marshal Sahib to stay in the background. As a result, poor Khawaja Asif has had to work double shifts, labouring during the day and tweeting ridiculous things at night after drinking cough syrup. Khawaja Rafiq, on the other hand, was not given any portfolio, so he stays quiet and relaxed. Rana Sanaullah is tired, and being of local political stock, not capable of handling international affairs. That is why most responsibilities now fall on poor Khawaja Asif. Meanwhile, the foreign minister, the Munshi Sahib, stays silent because he sees himself as the future Prime Minister, maybe in 2, 5, or however many years. He does not want to involve himself in any controversial matter. The next news is about Tucker Carlson. He is a powerful journalist who clashed directly with the Trump administration. Perhaps no other journalist has done this so directly in American history. On matters of Israel, where even the biggest media moguls are scared to breathe or speak, Tucker Carlson openly took on the Trump administration. He especially grilled a major Republican figure, Ted Cruz, a potential future presidential candidate. Carlson exposed him brutally. Ted Cruz repeatedly talked about regime change in Iran. Carlson asked him, "Do you even know the population of Iran?" Cruz had no reply. Carlson asked him about the ethnic and demographic complexities of Iran. Again, Cruz had no idea. So just like dropping a watermelon and smashing it to pieces, that is how Tucker crushed Ted Cruz. Tucker Carlson, a bold journalist with strong opinions, has become one of the loudest and most watched voices in America's news and current affairs scene. His private platforms, vlogs, and other media outlets are among the most viewed. Though seen as favorable to the Republican Party and Trump, the havoc he has caused for their key figures is unparalleled. Another story, Khawaja Asif's recent interview. It was not just embarrassing for him, but also for Field Marshal Sahib. Asif was asked, "As someone living in a democratic system who has seen many military interventions, are you not concerned about the excessive influence of the military in Pakistan?" He replied, "No, I'm not concerned." He said, "Let me tell you, we live in a hybrid model. He openly confessed on television, "Yes, the military is running things. We are just clappers on the side. This is not a fully democratic government. It is a hybrid system." He added, "This should have happened back in the 1990s. He said previous army chiefs should have simply taken over. That this hybrid system is what will keep Pakistan safe. He shamelessly stated that this system is the best for them without hesitation. Though he did not use the exact words, his confession made it clear that General Asim Munir is the real ruler and the rest of them are just accessories. At one point, Asif did say that Shahbaz Sharif consults with General Munir and then makes decisions, but that felt more like a face-saving remark for Shahbaz. The core admission was, it is a hybrid system. General Munir is in charge and the rest are just along for the ride. This is the real truth. We have laid out the full story of PMLN in previous vlogs. You might think PTI was the only one to suffer, with Khan in jail and his party dismantled. But the real political casualty in all this has been PMLN. They are now so cornered that even Khawaja Asif had to go on TV and admit that this is a hybrid regime. If the PMLN has reached a point of calling this a hybrid regime, soon they might be saying, "We are not running things, someone else is." That journey has already begun. Now, as Sharif remains abroad, let us see what happens in the coming days. That wraps up our translation of Shahbaz Gill's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Do not forget to leave a comment.